Jinwoo song. Episode 3 of Solo Leveling did a little bit of a recap. We got to see his old pal Jin-woo. We got to see his sister and a couple bubs from season 1. Something new happened as well. We came across a new character. He described himself as the humanoid beast, but we ended up finding out that it was Mr. Song. That's right, Jinwoo's dad. This episode was a little bit of a feeler. It had a bunch of filler in there as well. There were some subtleties inside of the background of this episode that you had to pay attention to so you could understand what was going on. Number one, this man Jinwoo loves farming. It is actually implied that he is finally a level 60. And on his next mission, he's going to go back where he fought the Cerberus, the three-headed beast, in season 1. Well, this time he's a lot stronger. He has the army of the dead, and he is tasked with a new mission. Jinwoo goes by himself. He needs to get this rematch. He needs to get this win under his belt. Since the last time he was there, he almost died. He's level 60 now, and the objective says he needs to kill 10,000 demons. But for some reason, once he acquires that goal and he gets that kill, he can't extract them. Now, this is odd because this is the second time that he has entered inside of a battle where he cannot extract the demon and turn them into his army of the undead. This man Jinwoo has mages. He has bears. The king bear, the gigantic polar bear during the massacre, yeah, he is part of his army and he has named him Tank. He has Egrid, the demon, and then he has the human who was A tier that he turned into iron. He's got this huge army of the dead, but for some reason the Ice King and now one of the bosses inside of the Red Gate, he's unable to extract. That's kind of odd. There wasn't too much more to get inside of this episode. Like I said, it was a little filler. It was a little bit slow, but we have finally seen something different, and that is the introduction to Mr. Song himself. He says he is here for one purpose, and that is to stop the biggest disaster that is a threat to the world. Now, this is a little bit of foreshadowing. We have no idea, but upon his arrival, I had an idea that may have been Jinwoo's dad. Just his aura, his darkness, his calmness. He even says, "I am the humanoid beast." That can mean a lot of things, but if we go to the genesis of Solo Leveling, the origin story, whenever they go inside of that vault, which is an S tier mission, we see all of the statues, and then we have that eerie, creepy look that took the anime world by surprise last year. The deeper Jinwoo gets inside of these missions, the more souls he collects, the more people that he puts in his army, we see that each person is very strong. I want to emphasize that because those 12 people that were inside of that cave on season 1, episode 1 were also very strong. Jinwoo is the king of farming and leveling up. And as he is leveling up, he levels up his army. He levels up all of his troops. I have a hunch that possibly he is going to end up getting 12 soldiers, and they are going to be the ones that are inside of that room. I don't know why I have this inkling. I have no idea, but I just have a feeling that it's going to be something like that, and that Jinwoo is going to be controlling them from afar. The reason I say that is because inside of episode 3 of this season, we see that Jinwoo has all of his army of the dead fighting the Red Dead. That is a group of monsters that is around level 74, 75, and it's essentially just a mini civil war. Jinwoo sits in the back and he lets all of his military troops fight. He chooses to fight their boss. He doesn't have to, but he chooses to do that. He's got mind control over the mages, like I said, Egrid, and now the new polar bear, which he calls Tank. I'm thinking that somewhere at the end of this season, we're going to see the true strength of Jinwoo. It's also kind of creepy because his dad said he has the biggest threat in the world and he is here. He talks about gates. He talks about demons. Jinwoo, we know he's a good guy, but he's kind of vague. He's really quiet. We know that he means good and he saves the people around him, but he's about leveling up and getting more power. Now we know total power corrupts totally. Is Jinwoo on that path? I'm not really sure, but I have a feeling that Jinwoo's dad and Jinwoo are going to end up meeting together. Something is going to happen. They're going to have a disagreement, and we're going to see the ultimate Song battle. I can see that happening in the end of season 2. But that's the review. It's a little slower than usual, but I feel like they have to throw a filler in there every now and then. This was still a 9 out of 10, bare minimum. This series is sensational. So as we close up on episode 3, we see that Jinwoo, he's not greedy. He's going about it smart. His intuition and his battle-tested skills have been shown. He stops at level 75 after defeating a couple bosses. He knows that next time he has to get to level 100. He has 2 of the 3 very important scriptures, 2 of the 3 very important parts. But he's just going to continue to solo level and to farm. That's what I got out of it. Comment below and tell me what you thought about episode 3. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Talk to y'all on the next one.